Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new extended episode of the Daily English Podcast. I'm Adam, and I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic co-host, Sarah.
It's great to be back, Adam. We've had so many requests from our listeners to do a longer form episode, so we decided to dedicate this one to a deeper dive into our own lives. We'll be talking about our backgrounds, our jobs, our passions, and a lot more.
That's right. It's a chance for you to get to know us better and to pick up some new vocabulary and expressions along the way. So let's start where we left off. We previously mentioned our hometowns. Sarah, tell us more about that small town in British Columbia. What was it like growing up there?
It was just idyllic. My town, called Crestwood, is nestled right in the heart of a valley. Growing up, our weekends were all about the outdoors. In the winter, my family and I would go skiing and snowboarding almost every Saturday. I learned to ski when I was just 5 years old. In the summer, we'd spend our days hiking the trails or kayaking on the lake. There's a particular trail I remember, the Whispering Pines Trail, where the wind through the trees always made this soft, rustling sound. It felt like the forest was talking to you. It was a close-knit community. Everyone knew everyone. That sense of connection is something I miss a lot.
Wow, that sounds incredible. It's the complete opposite of my experience. My hometown, Los Feliz in California, is part of a massive urban sprawl. We didn't have mountains or lakes. Our playground was the city itself. My friends and I would spend our weekends exploring different neighborhoods, discovering new restaurants, or just hanging out at the local skate park. There was always a constant buzz, a sense of energy and possibility. My fondest memory is probably of late-night drives with my friends, windows down, music blasting, just seeing all the city lights. It was a different kind of beauty, but just as memorable.
That's a fascinating contrast. You know, I always feel like our childhood environments shaped who we are today. You're this outgoing, dynamic person, and I think that city energy definitely contributed to that. I, on the other hand, am a bit more introverted, and I think the quiet of the mountains helped cultivate my love for history and reflection.
I completely agree. It shaped our professional paths, too. As a graphic designer, I'm constantly surrounded by that same kind of urban creativity. I get to design for brands and products that are a part of that fast-paced modern culture. For example, last month I worked on a campaign for a new coffee shop chain that was opening in the city center. The whole project was about capturing the city's vibrant, eclectic vibe. It was challenging, but the finished product was so rewarding. Every time I see one of those signs, I feel a real sense of pride.
That's amazing. My work is a bit different. As a history teacher, my job is to make the past feel alive for my students. I want them to see history not just as a collection of dates and names, but as a series of human stories. It's incredibly rewarding when a student who once found history boring comes to me and says they've discovered a passion for it. Just last week, a student who had a hard time with the Roman Empire came up to me and asked for extra reading material because she was so fascinated by the story of Julius Caesar. Those moments are why I love what I do. It's about igniting curiosity.
That's beautiful. Speaking of passions, let's talk about our hobbies. When I'm not designing, I'm usually buried in my headphones listening to classic rock music. I have a vinyl collection that's my pride and joy. The sound of a record on the turntable just feels so authentic and warm. My love for classic rock started with my dad. He had this massive record collection and would play it every Sunday morning. That's how I discovered bands like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. What about you?
I have a few. My main hobby is hiking. Nothing clears my head like a long walk on a nature trail. It's my way of reconnecting with the peace and quiet of my childhood. When I'm not hiking, I'm usually reading. I'm a huge fan of historical fiction. I just finished a book about the Tudor dynasty in England, and it was a real page-turner. I also enjoy painting landscapes in my spare time. It's a creative outlet for me.
I've always wanted to try hiking. Maybe you can give me some tips sometime. I'm a complete beginner.
Definitely. And maybe you can teach me about the best classic rock albums to start with. It's a deal.
Let's talk a bit about our families. We mentioned them briefly, but let's dive deeper. My younger sister, Emily, is a musician, as I said. She plays the cello, and she's incredibly talented. We grew up constantly having her music fill the house. It was both beautiful and, at times, very loud. My dad, the architect, actually designed our childhood home, which was a very modern, minimalist space. And my mom is a novelist. Her books are mysteries, and they've been quite successful. It was inspiring to grow up in a house where everyone was so creative in their own way.
That's amazing. My family is a bit more grounded. My older brother, Ben, is the pragmatic one. He's a software engineer and is always the one we go to for technical advice. My younger sister, Maya, is the creative one in the family. She's a fantastic cook and dreams of opening her own restaurant. My dad is a retired teacher, and my mom is a chef, which is probably where my sister got her passion. Our family gatherings always revolve around food. The table is always full, and the laughter never stops. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
This has been a great way to get to know each other better. Let's wrap up with a final thought. What's one lesson you've learned recently that you'd like to share with our listeners?
I think I've learned the importance of being present. In today's fast-paced world, it's so easy to get lost in what's next. What to do tomorrow, next week, or next year. I've been trying to take more time to just appreciate the small moments, like a quiet coffee in the morning, or the feeling of fresh air on a hike. It's made a huge difference in my life.
That's a powerful lesson. For me, it's about embracing change. I used to be very resistant to it, preferring the comfort of routine, but I've learned that the biggest opportunities for growth often lie on the other side of something new and a little scary. So my message is to be open to change and to not be afraid to step outside your comfort zone.
Wonderful advice.
Thank you all for joining us on this very personal episode of Daily English. We hope you enjoyed getting to know us a little better.
And as always, please share your own stories and thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
That's all for today. See you next time.